welcome everybody into the Ysn Power Hour, live on location at what I am calling the Disney World of Sports in the Mahoning Valley, the new sports mecca in the Mahoning Valley. We are here at Athletics, and we are here with Sean Wardle, one of the guys with the brilliance behind it. Sean, welcome.
Hey, thank you for having us.
Always, man. So this is, we talked right before we got on, this is Athletics Day. This is the soft opening, the intro to everything that your vision has been for so long. Let's talk about the business before we talk about the vision.
Okay.
This is the only place like it. I know you're going to soft sell it. This is the only place like it in the world. I mean, this is an unbelievable state-of-the-art facility, 34,000 square feet basically here.
Yeah, that's just in the field house.
And then you've got something over, a little something that has
12,000 or so. Over
yeah,
there.
my goodness. So from a business standpoint, why? Why this? Why now?
Well, that's the harder question. So why this? Why now? It just kind of, it's been a lifelong dream. I know that's going into the vision side of it, but it's been a lifelong dream. But in terms of execution and why, just kind of, we were able to purchase the property here in Colombiana, which is just a gorgeous piece of property. So that kind of came together, finding finally a location that we felt would suit our vision, and started that process probably 24 months ago or so, and been probably 14, 15 months now of active build. Obviously timing in terms of supply chain, skilled labor shortages, we've been through it all. So from a timing standpoint, it's probably not the best timing in history for us to do it, but it's the time we chose, and God's got a plan, right? There's a reason for it. So this is where we're at, and we're pretty excited about it.
Talk about those challenges, man. Supply chain, everybody's feeling it. You go from the supply chain problems to the inflation problems. I mean, not an easy time to start a business, but you guys have trekked through it almost like an athlete does. I mean, you think about that's your basis of this, and you want athletes to come here and competitors to come here. You guys have competed just to get this baby off the ground, and you're almost there. You're within the brass ring's right there.
Yeah, we're close. That's a great point. I mean, it really was kind of like a hard-fought, battle. Getting to here through all those challenges, and like you said, I mean, I think in terms of cost, is certainly the worst time possible. Availability of products, worst time possible. Yeah. But again, we were always, it's kind of like when one door closed, another door opened, and we were able to continue to pursue the vision. But like I said, God has always provided for us. We even sold some of the land at a perfect time. Just everything has worked out just right. So it feels like it's meant to be. It feels good. Feels good to be this close.
Yeah.
Still can't tell you the exact day we'll open. We need some of the red tape at the state to kind of clear up. But other than that, really, really excited.
Hurry up and wait, right?
Hurry up and wait. That's where we've been. Yeah.
All right, so let's explain athletics. What exactly is athletics? When you think of the 5,000-foot view, when you're explaining something to somebody who wants to either invest or become a member, or what is athletics?
So the thought behind athletics is we wanted, obviously, a brand and a name that kind of spoke to all sports, all ages. I think that the youth sports industry is obviously the hottest. Guys like you and I like to still be active, right? But it's not a huge market. Not everyone of our age, which we won't tell people how old we are. But a lot of people our age may or may not, be as interested. But the youth sports industry is obviously booming.
It's huge.
JO volleyball, AAU basketball, travel, baseball, softball, soccer, club teams. All of that is kind of really hot, and it has been, and we hope it continues to be. So those kind of the angles and kind of why we picked the name athletics. We wanted it to be all-encompassing, right? If you had a name specific to a sport, other sports feel that they're not included, right? On top of that, we do feel like we're going to have programming for legitimately all ages. So it really is a community facility, for the entire valley, offering programming, that will continue to evolve. Day one, maybe just memberships to the gym, but day 180, maybe we have memberships to our Dr. Dish shooting stations. Maybe we have memberships to the gymnasium. Maybe we have, memberships to the Top Golf. So there's going to be a lot of iterations of where we're at from day one to day 180.
And I think that's what's interesting is you have something for everybody here. So if your kid's in here and they're training or they're playing in a tournament, mom or dad can be out there doing something. You've got food, which is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
You outside, we haven't even mentioned you're going to have bocce courts and outdoor stuff to do, food trucks. I mean, when you're when you're putting this together in your mind, it just must have been a mishmash, and you writing on napkins constantly when you're out places. How did this all come together from your standpoint? Is this something that you felt you needed or would have benefited from as a kid?
Oh, huge, yeah. If I had access to the technology that we have here, between the cages and otherwise, and in the weight room, if I had this kind of, access, who knows, but really is something that, again, we feel like, everyone can use. There's something here for everybody, and we didn't want just to have a space that's a big warehouse where you drop your kid off and you sit in the car and wait for 2 hours, right? Or here we have the opportunity, if you drop your kid off to a game or practice and you weren't going to be right there, again, to your point, you can eat, you can go to the gym, you can go to the swing suite, you can, if you did want to just hang out and have a bite to eat, there's things to do here. So really tried to make it a place that people want to be, and I hope we've achieved that part of our vision, where, kids want to be here to compete, to train, and to play. And parents want to be here too. It's not just a drop and run opportunity for families. So that's kind of what we're hoping for.
What I love about you, Sean, is this business is kind of threefold for you, because you're a dad, you're a businessman, and you're a former D1 athlete. So you got to think of things from three different ways. Whereas most business people are like, well, I'm pretty good at this. I'm going to start it. I'm either good at business or I'm good at the business I'm pushing.
Yeah.
You've had, how challenging is it? Can you cut that pie up in three, or is it more than three that you have to basically push to and say, listen, I love this for my kids. Here's what I want for my kids. Here's what I want for my business. Here's what I want for, if I was a D1 athlete still to this day, this is what I would want.
Yeah, that's a great question. So from the dad perspective, that plays into the timing a bit. If we would have waited any longer, my son's 16, my daughter's 14, they would not have benefited as much as they can at this time. Actually, I wish I had it 8 years ago. But so from the dad side, that's there. From an athlete's perspective, I typically view things through the athlete's perspective. Like, do they want to be here? A lot of these places you can see it's well lit, it's bright. It's a lot of the places you go in, they're a little darker. You don't want to be there. Again, we have a lot of windows because we wanted people to not feel like they're trapped indoors.
It's not Vegas.
Yeah, exactly.
We got clocks.
Exactly. So from the athlete's perspective, again, state of the art, I think, obviously goes a long way for athletes. Aesthetically pleasing, like you want to be there. Those are two big things from that perspective. So from the dad and the athlete, those are the lenses. Those go together quite well because my kids are athletes, so those kind of jive up. But from a business perspective, you kind of sometimes have to. It's easy to just say yes, like I want to do this and I want to do that and I want to do this. So we spend a lot of time in the pro forma saying, okay, does this investment, what's the return on investment for X, Y, and Z?
Yep.
Because you've got a lot of technology we could invest in, and we had to pick and choose what we will invest in today, and then kind of a roadmap to tomorrow. So, it's been interesting marrying those three. But hey, I always feel like I'm an athlete. Like I've never stopped feeling like I'm, even though I'm not, and I'm getting old and gray. But
shush.
But
you're gonna be out here schooling people on Dr. Dish.
I don't know, but So I've never stopped having that mindset of an athlete. So again, and obviously my kids are my world. So being a dad is everything. So when you look at it that way, those things have never changed. So it's just the business side that changes. From my former career to this one. So, but it's interesting. It's fun. Excited to get it running and kind of have the vision come to fruition versus.
So one of the coolest things is this is a family business, and you guys are all in. If you don't realize that they're all in by now, ladies and gentlemen, they are all in. They're all decked out in athletics today. I had a great opportunity, as always, to talk to your dad, and he mentioned a story that his partner 15 years ago said, when you're retired and it's all done, you should open up a sports facility. Yeah. It's been in the back of his mind for a long time, but to do this and accomplish this, and what we hope and pray is greatness, right? Not only for your family, but for the area's athletes and everybody involved. How important is it to you to stay family-oriented in something like this, that you guys can lean on the people that you've been leaning on your entire life? Yeah,
family to me legitimately is everything. Yeah, everything. My brother, my dad, my mom, my uncle, my whole family, they are everything to me. So being able to do this with them is huge. We have worked together in the past at Roth, which was awesome and a great experience. And then as my dad retired and then my uncle retired, it kind of felt a little different. And then this opportunity came and decided to chase a dream. But yeah, having my family with me on this journey and or facilitating this journey and allowing me to kind of lead the ship, if you will, is an honor, and it's such a blessing. And yeah, I mean, my mom and dad, they're my heroes, and my brother's my hero, my uncle. I mean, they're just very, very special people to me, as you can tell, and
Always.
So just doing this together is just absolutely a dream on top of a dream. I feel it's like the icing on top of the cupcake, right? Like it's like the dream of doing a sports facility and running one and being able to do sports for a living, right, as you know full well.
It's awesome.
Is the greatest thing in the world. But then actually to be able to do it with my family is everything.
All right, so there's nowhere like this anywhere in the world as far as I'm concerned. But the biggest
That might
thing
be
is
an overstatement. I don't know about the world.
Listen, but there's no other athletics to this point, right?
There's no other athletic. Now, yeah, long term, I would hope to create
Franchise
a franchise.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, long term, the goal is to build the programming. We've already kind of started to build the brand, and then be able to franchise it. That's my long-term goal and dream personally from a business perspective.
Yeah.
But got to get this up running first and go from there. But definitely feel like there's a need for this and not just Youngstown.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can take it national eventually.
So why Colombiana? I guess you're probably going to get that if you haven't already. Why is
Yeah.
Colombiana such a perfect spot for this particular venture?
Well, it's the center of the universe. No, I'm just kidding.
Nicest place in the world, right?
No. There's a couple of factors. We looked for land in the Boardman, Canfield, Colombiana, North Lima areas, just figuring that a lot of population growth is heading out this way. Again, I feel like God had his hands in all of it. We were looking at several pieces, and we were able to secure this piece. And then as things developed, it just made more and more sense. It was like, okay, so, they have an aggressive tax abatement, in Colombiana, which is wonderful. They're spurring development out this way. There's tens of millions of dollars in investment going on right across the street from us over at Firestone Farms, and just it's a really good place to be right now. And yeah, so a lot of effort, a lot of prayer, a lot of thoughts, and we ended up settling on this 25-acre parcel, and we couldn't be happier, because right after that domino fell, it was like, Salem Hospital's putting in something across the street, and the Makel family's going to invest more in what they have going on over there. It's just awesome, just awesome.
All right, the last thing I need from you is tell people, I mean, from a standpoint of a lifelong athlete, why it is so important to get their kids involved in something like this because in Northeast Ohio, and I'll preface this for you, Northeast Ohio, it's tough because you're only playing baseball for maybe 4 to 5, 6 months at the most. Yeah. Now you can play year-round, and you can challenge yourself. You got the hit tracks in there, the cage, so much here, which we're going to take a tour, which you were so lovingly allowing us to come in early, and I love the way it turned out. You guys did a great job, obviously, on this thing, and I hope we did it justice by being able to take people around. But this is something that you want people to come and use, obviously, from a business side year-round, but the student-athletes can benefit from it year-round.
Yeah, so to me, that's a two-part answer.
Yeah.
So most of the guys that I played ball with, especially at the highest level, they were from the South, from the West, from the Dominican, right? They were from all over, but all areas that they could train year-round for the sport in which they're doing. So I think from a leveling the playing field standpoint, I think that having access to a facility like this, an indoor facility for the field sports guys especially, obviously the athletes in the gym, if you will, like this gym, gym is a gym no matter where you're at. But the outdoor field sport athletes are really at our disadvantage in the northern climates. So I think this affords them the opportunity to stay clear on that. And in terms of what it does for their kids, I think that you can't underestimate the life lessons that you learn through sport that you can't learn, in my eyes, anywhere else with anything else, right? You can be the hero, you can be the heel.
Yep.
And all of that can happen in one game, both. It can, you have to deal with letting your teammates down. You have to deal with learning how to lead people. You have to be a good teammate.
Amen.
You have to, the life lessons you learn and hard work and saying, hey, I worked really hard this week on X and I achieved Y, right? And again, just seeing that come to fruition for young athletes, especially to me, is the reason you do something like this, right? The reason you bring your kid here and they compete is not to live through your kid. It's not to say we won the 5U World Championship. Again, that will not be on your gravestone as a coach. Drives me nuts, these people that are far too competitive for what it is. They have to understand development and have to understand that these kids are going to learn, they're going to improve, they're going to change, and they have to be able to take life lessons with them, not just we won the 8U championship, we won the 10U championship, whatever. It's about a lot more than that. And again, it's not going to be in that dash on your gravestone, world champion youth, volleyball coach. It's not happening. Yeah. So, and those kids will remember more the teammates and the fun that they had and the life lessons they learned than anything else. And I think that's really what we want them to get out of a facility like this. So.
I love it, man. There's so much. We could do 2 hours on this, and I could sit with you and just pick your brain all day. Sean, thank you very much. I appreciate you. All the best. And we're going to be a big part of this moving forward. So the best part about this, it's here. We're almost open, and you are going to make all the student athletes out there, all the athletes in general, the X factor of their games in their lives. So stay tuned. We got more coming up from athletics right after the break. Sean Wardle, the king, the legend. Right after this, we got more.
It means the world to me to know that what we're doing is impacting people. And whether it's simply I got to watch my son or daughter when I was out of town, or we just love watching YSN. We love what you do for our son or daughter. So whenever someone says thank you or someone is appreciative of what we're doing, it tells me everyone at YSN is doing what we initially set out to do, which is shine a light on these athletes and help them kind of promote themselves. My name is Anthony Hartwig, and my sports network is your sports network.
Reliability, innovation, scale. These 3 values are those we look forward to in our business and in our team. If you're ready for a reliable employer who looks constantly to think outside the box in big ways, we're ready for you. Apply now. Help us push the envelope and deliver success. Envelope 1. Take that one extra step.
Before the lights come on, before the workday begins, before a long day is ended, or it's time to have fun, it all starts with the people at Joe Dickey Electric. From replacing a light fixture in your home to building a substation for your business, no job is too big or too small. The people of Joe Dickey Electric power them all. Joe Dickey Electric, over 60 years of powering the Mahoning Valley.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Athletics here in Colombiana. You can get started, well, pretty soon, but we heard from Sean, and now we hear from Mallory Wardle. She's here to talk to us about cheernastics, which you have to explain to me what that is, tumbling, yes, and Mommy and Me classes, and a whole lot more. But before, we got to let people know that you are a YSU cheerleader, so yes, they're learning from the best. Talk to me about why this is so important to you to pass on what you've learned in your vast career to the younger generation?
I've always been very like excited and interesting in like helping other people and like younger girls to be cheerleaders and to be like an inspiration to them. And yeah.
That's easy enough. I mean, just like any other athlete, right? You want to
Yes.
be able to be that inspiration, a mentor, help, and your family does it in so many different ways, and you're just adding on to it. So that's awesome. All right, cheernastics, you got to talk me through it. What is it, and how can we get involved?
Okay, so it's basically a class of like girls from all ages, from like middle school up to high school, sometimes college. It's just to get them together to work on like fitness stuff and to like help them work on their motions, to be tighter, stronger, their jumps to be more flexible and more height, tumbling to help on like how they land so they don't get injured and stuff like that. Just basically just tumbling and stuff. That's really it.
If I'm walking into a class for the first time, what should I expect to see? Am I going to be wowed? Is it going to scare me? Because if I don't know, if I'm at a certain level, like a beginner, and you're seeing different skill levels, am I going to be intimidated?
No, so we're going to have like different levels and different classes. So like some beginner classes, so it's like easier stuff, like cartwheels start out with round-offs, easy stuff, so people aren't intimidated, and then like other classes to like advance and stuff. So I mean, you might be a little intimidated at first, but I think that once you're in the class and stuff, it'll be a lot more comfortable and just to see how it is and stuff.
How early can kids and people, or how old can they be to take advantage of that class?
You can start honestly from any age, starting at like 5 all the way up until like the college level.
Oh, wow.
So yeah.
So at 37, if I've always wanted to be a cheerleader, can I hop in a class?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Just a little bit. I got to work on my round off. I think I can do a cartwheel. We're going to try
we
it
can
out.
help you with that.
That will never make YSN, me trying to do a cartwheel, until I win the Powerball on Friday. Then I'll do a cartwheel. So the Mommy and Me classes, for every parent, it's very important to be engaged with your kids at a very early age. Talk to me about why it's important for you to really teach these Mommy and Me classes.
I think it helps create like a good bond between the mom and the kid, and then like health-wise to like, and then also the mom to watch over their kid to see like how they progress and like just being there for them and stuff like that.
So what does that look like? Like if I'm signing up for, I've never heard of a Mommy and Me class. What is it?
Basically, if you go like into a class, like you just like warm up and like get like the kids like excited, get their blood flowing and stuff to like be energetic, and then like you just do like stuff they would like love to do. Like kids love to climb on things and jump around and dance to songs and stuff like that. So that's basically the gist of it.
So somebody wants to get engaged in this, they want to get going. Obviously, they reach out to you. You're the go-to.
Yes.
But can they just walk into athletics and say, hey, I would like to talk to somebody about these classes?
Yes,
Okay.
of course, yes.
Easy enough.
Very easy.
And if there's one thing you want people to take away from your aspect of athletics and your vision, we talked to Sean about his. What is it about athletics that makes you want to be such a big part of this?
I don't know. Like I said before, I would like to be an inspiration, and then people to look back and say like, oh my gosh, like cheerleading and tumbling and stuff was something that like I learned from here, and like just like role modeling and stuff like that.
Would you have benefited from this if this was around, back when you were starting out?
Yes, I would wish something like this was around, yes.
I love it. Mallory Wardle, I'll get it right, I promise you, from Athletics here. Thank you so much for being a part of
Thank you for
this.
having
Good
me.
luck. We're hoping for you. We're rooting for you. And maybe I'll catch one of your classes so I can get the round off taken
yes.
for it. We'll be right back after this on your Sports Network.
It's a new year at Acura of Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi with huge savings on over 350 fully inspected vehicles. We have cars, trucks, SUVs, minivans, and work vehicles. We don't have it, our team will find it. We aim for 100% credit approval with payments as low as $99 per month. And as always, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. For a great vehicle and a great experience, come see why everyone is stopping by at Acura Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting, where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education, and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
You know, being able to have success on the football field and the basketball court and just every aspect of, you know, my sports career is now documented. You know, one of the greatest things about high school sports is to be able to talk about it for the rest of your life and to look back on the days with my buddies whenever we had some battles, whether it was with, you know, our rival or just another game. And I could go back and look at it and, you know, not only myself, but my family members, my teammates, and it's something that will last a lifetime. My name is Parker Sherry, and my sports network is your sports network.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
Notice we'll have scattered showers on Thursday.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
And welcome back to Athletics here in Colombiana. We are joined by another Wardle, the family, and it's Rachel this time. Rachel is going to give us an awesome tour here in a few minutes. But before we do that, we want to talk to you. Obviously, your family, all-encompassing, involved in this.
Just a few.
It's just a few of them. Everybody. I mean, the kids are out here working. It's awesome. But as a mom, I mean, this has got to be cool to look back and say, you know what, when you guys were talking about this initially, as we talked to Sean earlier, as a mom, this has got to be really cool because your kids can benefit from this from years to come, not just from the facility and their athletics, no pun intended,
yes.
but also from the business side of it. What is it like for you?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I think it's really a dream come true, obviously, for all of us. And yes, there's so many things that you can utilize as a parent. From Mallory just spoke about Mommy and Me classes, which every mom loves. You know, you get to bring your kids in, get them started from, you know, a young age with somebody that's talented, knowledgeable, passionate about children, and then you get to be a part of that class too, which is just really great. So you get to, you know, bring them in here, kind of get them jump started into a physical activity, making some friends. And then as they grow, you can, you know, transition them into, you know, their own group class that you don't have to, you know, sit there and be with them, which, you know, becomes a benefit as well. And then when you just keep coming in the doors of athletics, you know, for years to come, you'll get to a point where, okay, well, my kid's old enough to be in their own class. So guess what? I've got a membership to the Strength and Fitness Center. So they're going to do their hour class with Mallory, and I'm going to go and I'm going to get my workout in for an hour, and I'm going to get on the elliptical, use the rower, hit the weights, you know, whatever that may be. So I think that's something that a lot of parents are really going to enjoy. And as a mom, I know it's something I'm really going to enjoy as well.
All right. So this is, I mean, under construction, right? And Sean's always
We're getting there. I know.
But it's one of those things. It's almost a microcosm of an athlete, because I feel like athletes are always under construction. And this is a place where...
Great analogy.
Yeah, you can really utilize this, because I don't think, if I know Sean and I've learned to know you guys, this is not a place that once you're done, you're done. It's going to always be evolving in some way. Is that nice to know that it's always going to be relevant for somebody no matter the time of year?
I think so, for sure. Yes, absolutely. And even just as we've brought, you know, some friends of ours, you know, through the doors, and, you know, I think the possibilities are endless, like you said, and that's a great thing. Things are always going to be evolving, and no matter what the season is, we've got something for everybody. You know, if you're a golfer, well, it's wintertime. What are you going to do? Well, you come to the swing suites, and you can continue to play all your favorite golf courses all winter long when you can't, you know, physically go outside into the golf course. You know what I mean?
It's amazing.
So it doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter, you know, if you're 5, if you're 80, we've got something here for you, you know, from every age group there, and, you know, and in between, obviously.
So you've been here all morning, through all day. You've been answering questions. You've been doing the media tour. So when you sit back tonight, you kick your feet up. If you do that, I don't know.
Barely.
you kick your feet up and you see athletics. This has been a process, and it's been an exhausting process for anybody that's ever had a business. You take what you usually know and you add about another business on top of that. How fulfilling is this for you and the family? I mean, I know that it's exhausting, but tonight when you look back and you see the brand's going to be out there, your faces are going to be out there, and people are going to get really excited like they are right now about athletics. Is it worth it for you?
Absolutely. It's a true blessing, honestly. And for the guys especially, It's just an honor, honestly. It really is. It's an honor to see everybody's faces light up that we've brought through here so far. You, our other, the media, other people that have been through here today, and like I said, our friends and some athletic directors and things that have walked it so far. And I'm just really looking forward to just hearing everybody else's feedback. Just to be here, be in Colombiana, it's such a wonderful area, such an up-and-coming area that we've got here, all of these other wonderful, businesses popping up, a lot of other family businesses, which we're super excited about. And we're just happy to be in this spot, to be welcoming everybody in our doors, and to just be able to kind of feed off of each other and enjoy each other and everything. And it is a lot of hard work, a lot of, blood, sweat, and tears.
Yep.
A little bit more time than we wanted it to take, obviously, to get to this point. But it's just really great to see it, come to fruition and to be able to do it together.
All right, last question I have for you is there a favorite part of this? I mean, I don't know if it changes, like what you envision when it starts and then it gets built and now you can kind of see it as come to fruition. What's your favorite part of all of this? Is it the gym? Is it the field house?
What's so funny? I actually thought to myself, but I didn't get a chance to do it, is I was going to ask you what your favorite part is.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
I'm going to throw mine out real quick first, and you guys are all probably going to laugh. I like to eat. So home plate, the snack, the concessions, that's my favorite.
Well, people are going to see that in a couple. They're going to see it. You are like dedicated on the home plate portion. You are all in.
Oh, I forgot that was even on there. Give me some food, right?
What's the best thing on the menu you think is going to be?
I don't know yet.
I'm excited for it.
I think it's going to be pretzels.
Oh, I'm a pretzel guy.
Pretzels.
Are they going to be stuffed pretzels or just the regular pretzels?
They're going to be big old, yummy pretzels. I'm not going to say too much.
I love it. I love it.
I like to eat. People ask if I meal plan. I get asked that sometimes. Yeah, when I'm eating, I'm planning my next meal. That's meal planning, right? Okay, so what's your favorite? I'm going to put you on the spot.
It's this. I'm going to be a member at the gym. I'm going to be all over. But I got to tell you.
Hey, member number 1 right here.
Oh, my God. I'm in. Listen, I was member number 1 months ago when they were talking about it. When you look at this, when you walk through these doors.
Thank you.
And it's just. And it wasn't even built yet. This was all concrete when I first looked at it, and it was freezing cold in December. And poor Michelle was like, "Do you need a blanket? Do you need a jacket?" I'm like, "No, we're good." But
it's the mom in us. We're always trying to take care of everybody.
This is amazing. I mean, nearly 34,000 square feet. Basketball can be played. Pickleball can be played. Volleyball. I mean, there's everything. The Dr. Dish is going to be, I think, the first of its kind here, especially in Colombiana. But then you look over there. I envision literally indoor games going on.
Oh, yeah.
With the inclement weather we have in Ohio, I think you guys can rent that out.
Hey, you never know when it's, I mean, half the time it's like 0% chance of rain, and then it's raining. So
I love
come on down, everyone.
Rachel Wardle helping us out, and come see her. Make sure you stop by here in Athletics. We're going to give you, actually, she and Sean are going to give you the tour literally right now.
Hi, I'm Sean Wardle.
And I'm Rachel Wardle, and we are going to take you on an exclusive tour of athletics for YSN.
This is our strength and fitness center here. It's about 3,000 square feet. We've got Nautilus, Inspiration Line, workout equipment here. We've got 3 racks that will be equipped with Perch technology. Perch technology is used by Ohio State and many other serious athletic programs that are looking for explosiveness metrics and form metrics on their athletes. As you can see, we've got TVs. All of the cardio equipment has its own built-in touchscreen TVs. And we've got a variety of pin select and plate load equipment in here.
So this is our studio room. You can kind of see it's a wide open space, multi-purpose use in here. We're going to have everything in this room from mommy and me classes, one-on-one cheerleading, group cheerleading, cheernastics, gymnastics, as well as sports psychology. And then this room can also be rented from anything to seminars, personal meetings, pretty much the sky's the limit in here.
So these are our swing suites. We've got 2 Topgolf swing suites. Both are capable of playing regular golf. They're capable of Topgolf games. They're capable of multi-sport mini games that, as you can see on the screen behind us here. Also, these can be used for presentations. The 2 suites can be used in conjunction with each other or just as a single suite. Software also allows for play on 80+ courses, as well as the ability to track your swing metrics. Okay, so this is the cage. So it's called the cage, but we wanted to call it something that identified that we're going to work hard in here. So this is not only going to be a baseball and softball technology and training area. We'll also have speed, strength, and agility. We'll have soccer, foot skills, things like that go on in here. 2 big things that separate us here is some of these hack attack machines. These are the hack attack machines. Both are capable of mixing up pitches to the batter, which gives you a game-like look. Also, we'll have hit tracks technology in the far cage, as well as Rapsodo 3.0 and 2.0 technology in the other 2 cages. So we'll have a variety of ways that athletes can track their gains, track their metrics, which is huge for recruiting, which is huge for just evaluating players for coaches and teams.
So this is home plate, our concession stand and eating area. We will be serving your basic favorite concession stand fare, which would be hot dogs, nachos, chips, Pepsi products, etc. We have a wonderful and gorgeous eating area where you can sit down and have a snack and have a drink anytime in between your kids' sporting events or when you get done working out or in between your golf swings or whatever that might look like for you. And then we'll also have a food truck area outside that you'll be able to bring that in and have a seat inside as well.
So this is the entrance to the field house. In this connector building, we'll have vending, we'll have benches for people waiting to get on the court and on the field. This is our field house here. We've got 2 full-size basketball courts, which convert into 4 volleyball courts. We've got 4 Dr. Dish shooting stations and 6 pickleball courts. We'll have seating for 300 in this space. We'll host tournaments, we'll host leagues, special events, and camps in this space. So this is the turf half of the field house. So in this area, again, camps, clinics, leagues, tournaments for all of our field sports. So we expect to have baseball, softball, soccer, lacrosse, just about anything you can do on turf will happen hopefully in this area.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. What a tour, man. This place, you might recognize this guy. He's been on YSN, well, a couple of times since he was like 13, 14 years old. Jake Gehring joins us, the former South Range, I should say alum of South Range, and now down in the old OHIO, the Ohio State pitcher for the baseball team. Jake, to have this thing built in your backyard, it's got to be cool to come back because you're used to those facilities now at Ohio State, state of the art. You come back here. What is it like for you to kind of take that step back into time a little bit and then have almost like Columbus in your own backyard now?
Yeah, it's definitely really awesome, to come back and see a place like this built. And, it's great for me, but it's also great for all the young kids coming up. It's going to be a great opportunity for them to get better and reach their dreams and just develop around good people.
You're already here working out, man, and it's got to feel good. I mean, you're used to the same thing we're all used to, and you're throwing, your bullpens and whatever in basically a barn, and it's a small barn at that, and then you look back and you've got an entire field. I mean, you and I talked earlier, that's nice to have 200 feet to kind of space it out a little bit and let it loose.
Yeah, I mean, it's the biggest field in that I can remember within an hour and a half, and it's everything, to see the ball go and fly, and just be able to know like you can comfortably work out here and get your work in. It's a great feeling.
For somebody who trained like Rocky and Rocky IV growing up, I mean, what kind of things would you have taken advantage of, at 13, 14 years old that maybe would have made you even better than you already were?
Yeah, I just think, especially being in Northeast Ohio, the rain and the weather can get in the way. And I remember going out to the high school field and it's 38 degrees in, but throwing outside just because there's no place inside to throw. And this just allows you to be consistent in your training. And, when you wake up every day, you don't have to check the weather. And whether you're wearing long sleeves or short sleeves, the athletics will be here no matter what.
I love it, man. All right, let's jump to you. The Jake Gehring, the guy that you see on TV now pitching for the Ohio State Buckeyes. The one game that stands out to me the most, Jake, especially for a lot of people around here, was YSU, Ohio State, you versus Lane. What was that like leading up to that game?
It was really cool. I mean, it was a crazy game. I think it started like an hour and a half late. And just to go out there and compete against Lane, he's a great pitcher. And YSU, they put up a great fight that game. And that was my first collegiate start. So it was a lot of fun. And I'll always remember it, especially against Lane and a lot of my buddies on that team.
I was going to say, that had to be special for you, coming back home, pitching in your own backyard and doing that. So when you are thinking about representing, you represent the 330 very well, and you always have. When you're down there, do you have Youngstown like on your back, like, hey, I'm representing everybody that, number one, told you couldn't, because we all know that there's people out there, the doubters, the haters, whatever it may be. Do you put that all on your back, and how do you do that now as this is sophomore year? How has it changed since the day you walked on campus?
Yeah, I just think it makes you proud of where you're from, and it makes you realize like how lucky you were to come from such a great school and a great area, to be around great people, and you kind of just want to do good for them. People care about your success and everything, but the people that really care about you just want you to be healthy, and you just want to work hard for them.
So I guess my question I've never asked anybody, when you go to Wake College, do you keep up with the schools around here? I mean, I know you're doing a lot of work and schoolwork and working on your game, but do you keep up with South Range and what they're doing and all that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it's easy for me. I have two younger brothers that are doing it. So, but yeah, I know I still have a lot of friends, and I mean, it'll always be home. It's weird coming back. Going to be 2 years out now, but I mean, as long as my brothers are there and my parents are involved, like, I'll always love it. And
all right, new skipper down in Columbus. What do we get to expect from you next year, and what do we get to expect from the Ohio State Buckeyes?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a re-energized Buckeyes team. I think we're going to come in and it's going to look a lot different. Guys are going to be out and in, but just a lot of discipline and re-energized, and just you're going to see a really good program and club, I think. And hopefully, I just keep building off of last year, and whatever the team needs me to do, just do that. You
got a lot of good looks, man. You pitched very, very well. We're all very proud of you. What is left for you to scratch off the bucket list? I know it's early. There's a lot to be done. But when you look at it, what is there that you want to sit there and start checking off?
Yeah, I mean, team-wise, I want to win a Big Ten championship and, go to a regional super and go to Omaha, and just personally just keep getting better, developing. I know I have a lot to improve on, and just become a better person and, friend and son overall, and just keep going and see how far it takes me.
You're a legend. You know that? We've come a long way since your first time here.
It's my mom and dad.
Always mom and dad. Jake Gehring, one of my favorites, always one of the OGs of YSN here at Athletics, testing everything out. Jake, thanks for popping by. Appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
And we will be right back with another Wardle coming up to tell his side of the story right after this on your Sports Network.
Every customer has a story, and at Greenwood Chevrolet, we are committed to making sure it ends with you in the right vehicle. I get to be part of somebody's adventure, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their finances. They trust me to take care of them, and they trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
We are Kent State in the Valley. Start and finish one of more than 25 bachelor's or associate degree programs, or start one of Kent State's 280 majors. With low tuition, public, and plenty of scholarship opportunities, we will help you maximize your education and minimize student debt. Enjoy the benefits of a smaller campus with all the opportunities of a large university. Save money, stay close to home. Apply today by visiting kent.edu/Trumbull.
WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist. With our combined 70 years experience, WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist. Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services, or visit WRSwealth.com. Good luck, athletes.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
And we are back with our final segment here from Athletics. And, okay, we've heard from Dad. We've heard from, well, we basically heard from all the Wardles, but we haven't heard from this guy right here who's living the dream. Tyler Wardle, you're going to be a junior at South Range, multi-sport athlete. For you to be, it's a different lens, so to speak, for you to watch all of this come to fruition. Your dad said, man, I wish we could have done this 8 years ago and started it. But for you as a junior in high school, you've got a little sister, right? What is this like for you to see this come to fruition? This has got to be like a personal playground for you.
I mean, it really is. I mean, I'm so happy to have this. I feel so blessed. Obviously, I'm very loving of my father, loving of my parents for putting this together. I mean, for me, it's an absolute dream. I mean, what kid wouldn't want, like, a whole facility just to do whatever you want, like, run around, get better at whatever you're doing? Like, who wouldn't want that? You know?
Are you here 24/7? Do you just sleep here?
I wish, man. I wish. I come whenever I can, help out with what I can. And I really, every time I'm here, it feels so special, because it's like, it's really something. It's like you don't wake up every day just to look at, like, wow, this is something that I've always wanted or I've always wished I could have. It's just so cool. I mean, I feel so blessed to have this. I'm so thankful to my parents.
Did you get any input in kind of the way things went?
I mean, not really, not to any large extent, if I'm being honest. But I mean, I'm fine with that. They have done an amazing job on everything.
They have. It's been so. What's your favorite part?
My favorite part?
You're in the cage every time I see you.
Yeah, I love the cage. The cage is awesome. I mean, I enjoy it in there because it's just so, such a cool feel, And if I had to say what my favorite part was, though, I'd say the weight room. I love the weight room, yeah. It's just, I feel like it's really nice just to be in there, It's like, it's a good vibe, It's a good, like, comfortable place to be. So
the thing that I love about the weight room, and I've already said it, I'm going to be a member, so you're going to see me in there a lot. You're going to have to show me some of the skills because you're like, look at this, kid's a junior. Gun show. So when we go in that weight room, it's more than just a weight room, though. It's not, and no knock on Planet Fitness or anything like that, but it's, you can go there and get educated on what you're doing and prepare for skills, whether it be your sport or whether you're just looking to get in shape. It's like help me out here, because is it the perch system? What was it that we're talking about that you can do, like the monkey bars and it tells you all the stuff about it? Like you can literally train and have it on your phone. They were telling me all about it. How cool is that to have all this technology around you, even when you're just pumping some iron and letting out some steam?
I mean, it's amazing because it's like, it's not like any other place you could go where it's like, I can go here and I think I'm doing it right or I think I'm doing this. When in reality, maybe you're not, or maybe you're doing it a little bit wrong. And it's like here you can see that and you can better yourself. It's almost like somewhere you can go to get better in every aspect of what you're doing.
Well, Ty, it's going to be tough for you to get better, man. You're a state champion wrestler. You're an unbelievable baseball player that I cannot wait. We're going to have a lot of these, just so you know. But the reality is you're going to take your game to another level because you have access to this. Do you tell, your friends were here earlier today. You've got to be telling them, hey, we're going to be getting on in the weight room. We're going to be doing this. And you have it right, not only in your backyard, but you have access to it basically 24/7 because it's in your family. How cool is that to be able, and how much are you going to be pushing that to your teammates and your friends, maybe don't even go to your school, to be here and to get better?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to push it to every one of them. I'm going to be telling all of them, get in here. Every time you get a chance to, come here, I'll be there too. I'll see you, I'll help you out. I'll do whatever, And honestly, it'll just be a great experience just for everyone, I feel like. Not just me and my family, just everyone who has the chance to come here and experience it. I feel like it's something unique. It's not like everything else. It's
awesome.
Unique. Yeah.
All right, last question I have for you. You get in the cage, your dad gets in the cage. Who's the better hitter?
Man. If I'm being honest, probably my dad.
Oh,
he's got me.
I thought he had
got
you.
me. He's amazing. So yeah.
Dude, we appreciate you so much. Looking forward to it. We're looking forward to see. I mean, I don't know if you can get bigger. I mean, geez, man.
There's always room for improvement.
My God, Ty Wardle, thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciate you so much. Thank you, all of you out there, for stopping by here at Athletics. I'm telling you, if you haven't been here, and most of you haven't, you need to be here. There's one place that you're going to get better than anywhere else, and it's right here in Colombiana, Ohio, right in your backyard. You're going to see me here all the time, like to the point where they might just rename me DJ Wardle. So that is going to do it for our show here, the Power Hour live from Athletics. We might literally be brothers by the end of this. So
maybe.
We'll see you guys tomorrow on a very special Power Hour Thursday, 3 to 4, right here on YSN.